And we are. Welcome to AJ's World of Bodybuilding. I'm joined once again by George Whyte, athlete, judge, commentator, historian. Is there anything else, George, that I forgot?
Old man, 57 years old, but looking great. Got all my hair.
57 with a full head of hair. We're going to talk quickly, very quickly today about the other classes. We are doing this on the fly, meaning that we haven't practiced it or rehearsed, or we never do that anyway, but we haven't studied at least that much. We're going to go into the fitness class. Fitness, as you know, is a very exciting class. You got to be in shape and you got to be able to perform. Who's the greatest fitness girl for you of all time, George?
I would say it's hard to say. It's a toss-up, isn't it?
Oksana Grishina for me.
Well, she's won several times, and she's probably been the one who's made the most impact and the biggest influence on everybody else. So it's probably got to be her.
Your current favorite?
More times, it's got to be her.
Current favorite?
See, my current favorite is somebody who has only dipped their toe in the water and they're really young. And I'm totally biased, AJ. It's a girl called Alex Small.
So we're going to talk about more her later because she's on the list. Mine is obviously Missy Truscott, but here we go.
Well, Missy, she was like, I think she's been hard done by a couple of times in the last year or so. I think she could have got some wins where maybe she didn't get them.
Arnold Classic Fitness, we don't have so many girls on the list. As for people at home, there's not so many fitness athletes. Most shows, there are only like 3 or 4 or 5 fitness girls as you've seen this season. But the girls that stand out to me on this list, we have Alex Smalls, who is one of George's favorite, who is already Olympia qualified. She is prepped now by Vlad. Did you know that? Vlad Suruko is her coach, and she's only 23. George, has she put on enough mass to beat Michelle Froda Mensah, who is the current Arnold Classic UK champion? Well, has she?
It's 70% of it is
in the physique round only.
Whoever wins the routine is going to win. But I've seen videos of Alex train using huge dumbbells for walking lunges. I've seen her do well over 3 plates doing the stiff leg deadlift. She takes her training very seriously. She's definitely going to get there. She's definitely going to show improvements this year. But I think she is one for the future, and she knows that she's got to take her time, but she's definitely going to make a better impact this year.
So on this list, do you agree we are looking at Michelle and Alex Maltz for the win?
I'd agree with that.
Then we go into men's physique, and this is a bigger list. Hong Xiao, we've seen a lot from China. Has competed a lot this year with a very good physique. We have Ryan John Baptiste, who's one of the UK very good guys. We saw him, I think he got 3rd or 2nd last year.
Yeah, he was really good last year.
We have Abdullah El Sharif, who's very good. But on this list, we have Joseph Jody, who just won down in, I believe it was Spain. And he's a very passionate individual. And we have the new sensation, Ali Bilal, is also here. That has 2 pro wins this season. Who do you look in? And we have Norwegian Randy Usei Tutu, who is training in my gym. He's making his pro debut here. So who do you have? And Emil Walker, who is also tremendous. Do you remember Emil Walker?
Yeah, I like Emil Walker. I would like to see him win, obviously, but he's hard pressed to beat the likes of Joseph, I think. But Emil Walker, if he nails it, he could look really good up in that stage. He's got very good structure, nice wide shoulder, small waist, great abs.
I'm looking at Emil Walker, Yusuf Judo, and Ali Bilal. That's my top 3.
Yeah, we could have gone.
Yeah. Figure, when you're looking at the list, Bahar, who we absolutely love. Do you remember Bahar?
Yeah.
From Germany. We have Gabriela Linortova, who hasn't placed that well this season, but is a really good athlete. Jennifer Zienert, Latora Farley. We have the Finnish Paula Ranta, you know, the 22-year-old freaky one.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, we have Megan Sylvester, is the wife of Cuba, I believe.
Oh, yeah, she's good.
She's very good.
Very good.
We have Scarlett Hollins, who is very exciting new figure pro from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Veronica Gallego, who's the wife of Emilio Martinez, and she has tremendous experience. And we have not on the list the girl who comes second at the Arnold Classic, real Arnold Classic, and won Boston Pro. Her name is Laura Montes. She got the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you thinking about this list? Who's standing out for you?
I'll tell you who I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm looking forward to seeing Scarlett. She, I think she turned pro a couple of years ago, and I think she competed. I'm hoping to see a big improvement from her. Now, I know that she comes from a ballet background, so she's gonna present herself perfectly on stage. So she's probably one, to me, that's going to be my favorite to win this show.
So, okay. So for people at home that follow figure now, George, you have Scarlett Hollins, who I believe competed in a small show last year. Well, not small shows, but the European show. And she did not make the top 6, if I remember correctly. Wait, George. And you you have her as the favorite over Lola Montes, who just came from second at the Arnold Classic, won Boston Pro, and was 4th at Olympia. Am I hearing you correctly?
Obviously, it's going to be hard for her to beat the likes of her, but she's the one that I'm looking to see break into that top few. I want to see changes from her.
Guys,
obviously, she's up against it, and she's in a real high standard, but I think she could look good.
I want people to comment below who is the most biased bodybuilding nation in the world. Is it Brazilians, UK, or is it Persians? Who is the most biased when they do their?
I think it's UK.
Anyway, Scarlett, obviously, but George has completely. Have you forgotten about Rhea Gale? She's the best UK figure girl of all time.
Yeah, she's. Oh man,
George, you gotta be more serious.
Rhea Gale, she was phenomenal last year.
Yes.
She was amazing. She was probably one of the best British bodybuilders that appeared in any stage last year. She made such an impact. She produced the goods, definitely.
Okay, so in all seriousness here, guys, Bahar, I think she's not placed the best this season, but I think she's going to do some redemption here. I think Rhea Gale and Lola Montes is going to be the one fighting for the win. Lola Montes and Rhea Gale. I see those two girls for the win, and then I'm really excited to see Megan Sylvester and Scarlett to see who of them can be the next figure UK girl to make a name for herself. Would you agree?
I think it's a good lineup, and whoever wins this is going to be in the running to do well in the shows later on this year.
212, D'Angelo Pascal, David Henry, big legend, but just came off a loss to the UK gentleman. That's Muscle Unit.
Yeah, that's his nickname. The Muscle Unit. He's
Rob Taylor.
Rob Taylor, yeah.
We have Jamal Changsey. I'm not so sure who that is. Jamie DeRugo, Julian Lin, Paul Adam, Radoslav Angelov, Samir Trudy, and Nasser Sayed. And we have the probably maybe the favorite on paper is the gentleman from Kuwait who just what's his name again? Because we don't have the list in front of us. His name is come on, George. The gentleman, the 212 from Ahmed El Zavani. Ahmed El Zavani. Yes, that's El Zavani. He just competed. Yeah. Dave Henry. George, one of the biggest legends of all time. What are you thinking?
He was one of the first guys to ever. He competed in, I think there was a 202, and I think he won the 202, and then he competed in the Open, and he got top 10 in the Open. So he's got a pedigree as a top 10 Open bodybuilder now. His back double bicep is amazing. He's always been criticised for his legs, but if he gets in condition, he'd be hard to beat because he's done so well. Now, Jamie DeRego, I'm looking forward to seeing him. He's a real good prospect, thickly muscled, great coach. Probably one of the top coaches that I've seen. He can get anybody shredded, Jamie DeRego.
Well, Jamie DeRego, we had high hopes for 2-3 years ago. He was on the fitness magazine's cover boy. He got interviews with MD and so forth. I remember we had him on the Global Muscle back in the day, and he has not delivered. So he is moving back from Dubai to prep in, is it Wales or is it his home? Is it Scotland or Wales or some of these places?
Not Scotland. I don't think it's Scotland.
He's moving back because he's just out of a relationship and he's moved from Dubai to prep. He told me, I want redemption. And this is going to be the prep of his life and all focus on just this show because he's had so much success, as you said, as a coach, but he has not the same success on stage. So
if he can nail it the way he nails his clients, he's going to be something else.
And he has beautiful shape, correct?
Yeah, he's thickly muscled all over the place.
Radoslav Angelov, one of my favorites. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Nice, bubbly, round.
See, thing is, like, if you're going to be in a 212, you're like, you can't look slim because you've got to be thickly muscled for your height. He could be a threat once again. So, like, I think any of these guys, if they're ahead of David Henry, they're going to be top 3.
I have Ahmed Al-Savani as the favorite, not David Henry, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Samir Trudi.
Samir Trudi. We've known him for a long time, haven't we?
We have waited and we have waited, and this could be the moment where Samir Trudi not turns back time, but gets redemption here at last, or whatever it's called.
AJ, I think it was about 7 or 8 years ago that we were looking at photographs of Samir Trudi on MD, thinking, he could do it. Yeah, he could do it. But he's just got to get himself in top shape. He's got beautiful muscle bellies. His shape is excellent. He's not going to be small in that lineup. It's about getting in shape. We've been waiting a long time for.
Samir, David Henry, Angelov, Jamie DeRego, Ahmed. Is that in your top 5 around there?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's a good group of competitors there that will grace any first call out.
Women's bikini, obviously you done your bikini commentating with me at the AJ's Road to the Olympia on MD there, and you learn a lot more about bikini and you were fascinated. I know you're not gonna remember and know all these names. I'm just gonna bring some names. Alison Testu, very good girl from France. The legend of legend, Ashley Kaltwasser.
In it, wow.
We're just going to say the names and we're not going to see who's going to win it, but the people, Eli Fernandez, who's a tremendous girl, Francesca Stoico, one of our favorites from Italy. Do you remember her? Very fantastic. We have Ivana Eskandar, who's won 2 pro shows this season. and she's the last European to beat Ashley Cotwell at last Romania.
If you've got a couple of pro show wins and you're competing again and you appear in front of the judges, sets a precedent that it's hard to stop.
We have,
if she's beaten Ashley Cutwasser before,
we have Stina Hansen, who's very good from Denmark. Phoebe Hagen. I hope she's doing it, because is she waiting for the Olympia? She's doing it.
Hope so.
I hope so. And she's the former champ, so she'll be one of the head, obviously one of the main event. Nora Mahonen, I'm not sure, but that's one of your favorite, George. I remember you in the car last year. You were on it, bro. We have, and she's found. This is a marketable bikini girl, correct?
She is what you imagine a bikini girl should look like.
100% agree. Lucy Edwards is the highest UK placing girl at the One Bro show, the UK show that was was. So she just turned pro, and have you seen her, Lucy Edwards?
No.
Oh, very beautiful, marketable woman. Laura Sieve, she won that show from France. And we have also Jade Kelsey, who's got 5th in that show. So we have a stacked bikini lineup. We're not going to go into who we think is going to win, but it's just to show you it's a great list. Classic physique. We have Craig Morton, George. Craig Morton, the guy who just turned pro from the UK. What do you think about him with the long hair?
He's got a good look. It all depends on how he compares at this new level, because once you go into the pro ranks, sometimes you look like a real standout when you get your card and you win your show. Then when you move up a level, then it's up to how he looks like when he's compared with other guys.
Cuba Sealand from 212 to the Open, isn't it? 2 Classic? No, yeah, isn't it?
Cuba. I don't think Cuba's doing.
No, he's doing Classic.
Is he?
Yeah, come on, you got to stop with all that recreational, whatever you're doing over there.
I've seen photographs of him recently, and he's looking huge.
He's doing the Classic.
Wow, I saw some video of him with his shirt off doing a back exercise recently, and I was thinking, wow, Cuba's looking great just now. If he can make it into the weight class.
We have 2 exciting British names. The former champion, Michael the Bull.
Yeah.
And
he's going to be shredded.
He's going to be shredded. And George, he was in a long-time relationship with some bikini girl, and he posted on Instagram that she cheated on him, and the relationship was over now during prep. And he said on his Instagram, I don't know if I can handle this or something. And I told him, you have to rise above. And the next day, he said, I'm effing back, bro. Will this lead to more determination, or will it bring him down?
It depends on the kind of person. Some people, it can spur on. Some people, it can make them cower. Hopefully, he shows them. See, I think he's going to appear on stage just as shredded as he normally is, and he's going to be one of those guys that. See, I think he's one of the top classic guys in the world right now.
Of course, crazy conditioning, and
on top 7, top 8 in the world. So he's going to be one to beat.
And just a quick thing there. Obviously, we don't know. We don't want to blame her because we don't know what both sides are. So this is just what he posted. So we're not saying she did it or did not do it. So don't hate us later. We're going to get some Me Too campaign coming at us. Neil Curry, another incredible UK classic guy. He's in it, George. And he just won the pro show in America.
He's really good. Once again, he could do really well in it, but he's got some good guys against him. See, if Cuba's in this is going to be he's the wild card. He's the one that could really upset things.
You're very biased, bro, because as you say Cuba, you are aware that Peter Molnar, the Arnold Schwarzenegger 2.0 is in, and you know that Wesley Wizards, Arnold Schwarzenegger's son, is in.
Wow. Can you remember the first Two Bros show that we went to?
And there was...
Oh,
So me and George had the pleasure of seeing Wesley Wizards turn pro, and the moment we saw him, it was like, is this Arnold? Who is this? And it was
yeah.
Wesley. And George, you're not up to date, bro. Breon Ansley is in.
Yeah.
Breon, Mr. Olympia champion, my friend.
See, I heard that Breon was going to go into 212.
No, he's not going into. He's in the classic Arnold UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be hard to beat, but I think we've seen the best of him. He's probably over 40 years old now.
Oh man, you're so disrespectful here, George. Aren't you 55?
Well, like, I'm not competing in a show.
No, but okay, quick, because we gotta go. Who do we have in? Who is in your? We have Breon in the mix.
Well, obviously, Breon's got to be.
We have Wesley Wizards.
He's got to be. Well, see, the thing is, everybody was hoping that he was going to be the next big thing. Now, I think he's got a family. Like,
just had a kid, a new kid. Yeah.
So, that could be a good thing for him, because Flex Lewis, when he got a family, it really spurred him on to.
I think he has a kid from before. So this is his second kid, though.
All right, so I'm hoping that Wesley kind of. I want to see him make the impact that we saw. Was it 3 years ago?
So Michael the Bull obviously is going to be in the mix. Neil Curry is going to be in the mix. And Cuba, we really are, if he nails it, George, oof.
I'll tell you what, to get in that top three, you're going to have to be a top Olympian.
Last thing, we're not supposed to go this long, but we did it anyway for the fans. Women's physique. Barbara Minaj, who is the greatest. Like, she's the greatest European women's physique girl currently in Europe, because she's to 2/4 at Olympia. She's close to 50, just getting better and better. It's unbelievable. Can you imagine, George? You improve as you're 47 and 48. George.
I'll tell you what, Barbara Minaj, she's one of those that you think she's not far from winning any show that she enters. She's very complete, great physique, good shape, good muscle, condition, everything.
And then we have my favorite in this show. We're going to see her live, finally. Anne Moon from France.
Yeah.
The shredded glutes that you've seen on my Instagram all day long that I repost.
Tell you what, now it seems that condition's becoming a bigger thing in that class. When that class started a few years ago, maybe condition wasn't such a big thing, but I think the girls in condition are winning the shows now.
Compare Dana Lynn Bailey to Vegas. It's like bikini and bodybuilding, you know? It's so much big. We have Tanya Chartrand, who's an Olympia. Are you familiar with the name Tanya Chartrand?
Yeah.
She's in it. She's 2 times at the Olympia. She told me she's going to be the conditioner of her life. And we have Lena Lenka Forankova, who's also she's also Olympia girl, but she's been off the last 2 shows currently with last place. Last place, George. George, who do you see? Barbara or Anne or Tanya or Lenka?
See, I like Barbara Minaj. Like, that's when I see her in Olympia level shows, she always stands her ground really well. So I'm hoping that she does as well. She's just one of my favorites.
Last question before we go. I see you wearing that hostile t-shirt. Will Samson Dauba beat Nick Walker at this Olympia? Yes or no?
No, because I think Nick Walker's going to win the Mr. Olympia.
What? He's going to take out Big Ramy? And the favorite son of the entire South, Brandon Curry.
See, let's speak about Samson.
And
Samson,
Hardy Choopan, Mr. Shred a lot. Nick could take him all out. Guys,
yeah.
George,
I'll
you
tell
got to
you
come
why.
back for the Olympia prediction. But right now, you have Nick Walker winning, correct?
I think he could win because, like, he's got Kamal in his corner, and Nick helped Kamal put on about 10, 12 pounds compared
George,
to Olympia.
this is just a prediction of it. You have Nick winning, yes or no?
Yeah, I've Nick winning, and I've got Samson probably 6th. Samson's amazing. He's 328 pounds right now.
Where do you have Blessing?
Blessing, I reckon he'll be round about 10th.
Guys, leave your comments below on all our predictions. Who is
Slag me off if you want.
give me all your predictions for this list, and we will see you. Well, we can't wait to see the fans in the UK live. And George, thank you for your time.
5,000 people again. Great.
Bye-bye.
Take care.